last episode of Love During Lockup with Krystal and Sam, Krystal is finally getting to have her parole hearing to see if she's going to get released from prison. And if she doesn't, she's going to have to do another 7 years. And Sam doesn't think he's going to be able to wait that long for Krystal to get out. We saw him go visit Krystal last week, and here we are a week later, and Krystal wants Sam to come visit her again right before she has her parole hearing, and he ended up working a 24-hour shift, and I completely forgot about that with him being an EMT, how long a shift they have to work sometimes. Krystal's not trying to be mindful or understanding of this situation whatsoever. He just worked 24 hours and she wants him to drive 4 hours and then have to sit through 2 hours of visits and then come back and barely get any sleep and then go and do another 24-hour shift. Like, that is just asking for too much in my opinion, especially when she just saw him the week before and he ended up telling her no. And now I finally understand why he's been letting her walk all over him this whole season and been doing everything she asked with the quickness, because she acts like such a freaking spoiled brat when she does not get her way. She's acting like it's the end of the world, and she quit talking to him for days, and he's freaking out thinking like she's hurt in prison, or maybe she went to the hospital, because he said they're used to talking every single day. They have a set schedule and they haven't gone one day without talking to each other in the past 4 years, up until he didn't go to this visit. So now Sam is going to go over and bother Grandma Rita again, and you know Grandma Rita's just sick and tired of Sam and Krystal's ass coming up and bothering her every other day. She's sick, she's trying to sleep, and got Sam knocking on her door begging her to go to a visit, even though she already said she didn't want to go to the visit. And now Sam's going back and bothering her again, bitching about Krystal. And when he went over there, he wasn't just like bitching, he's like yelling. I would be stressed out. Like, Grandma Rita looked like she wanted to be anywhere but there at that very moment when Sam and the whole camera crew showed up. They got poor Mama Rita so stressed out, and he comes barging in through Rita's doors, and he's asking her if she has talked to Krystal, and she's like, yeah. And he's like, are you serious? I haven't heard from her in days. I was worried. And she's like, yeah, she's just mad at you because you didn't come visit her. And, you know, the grandma was kind of trying to defend Krystal. Like, look, she's about to have a parole hearing. She really wanted you there. She was really excited. But the thing is, he goes and sees her every single week. I don't think he's ever missed any other visit but this visit. And yes, it was an important time, but she has to be understanding about his job. He's a grown man. I have a feeling like she's never worked before, like a legit job, and had like a work-life balance, so she's not very understanding when it comes to that. And he keeps saying, like, look, she is used to this bougie prison lifestyle, and the only way I'm able to keep providing that is if I'm working these 24-hour shifts. Sam said that Krystal has to have attention 24/7, and she has these unfair expectations that if he doesn't adjust his schedule and get zero sleep to accommodate her schedule, then she all of a sudden wants to punish him and lash out on him when he has done every single other thing that she has ever asked him to do, no matter how irrational it was. And nobody else is willing to do all that. If you want somebody who's going to be there 24/7, then she needs to go find her a bum dude that ain't working, because that's the only kind of dude that you're going to find that has time like that. If you want a working man, then you're going to have to deal with that. And she's burning this poor man the hell out. She's running this poor man ragged, and I think Sam really needs like a vacation or like a self-care Sunday where he just turns his phone off. He doesn't have to give any attention to Krystal for a day, and he can just go get himself a massage, go get himself a manicure so they can clean his dirty ass fingernails, and just relax for a day, because I'm sure he hasn't had a day like that in a long time. He takes so much care of Krystal that he's barely taking care of himself at the end of the day. He's just doing the bare minimum to get by while Krystal's living like a queen in prison. And I'm scared he's gonna burn out and have like a nervous breakdown or something. And he's scared because Krystal in the past, when she felt like she wasn't getting enough attention, she found it somewhere else, and she would go on prison dates with different girls. But Sam said he's not going to tolerate it because he's been cheated on in the past, and he doesn't care if it's a prison relationship. He's still going to view that as cheating, as if she cheated with the man. And he went over to go see Rita, and Rita was like, well, have you heard about Brittany? And he's like, oh no, not Brittany. I guess Brittany and Krystal have some history together. They hooked up and went on a few prison dates, and then Brittany ended up leaving and getting out, and I guess she's back now. And I guess Krystal thought it was enough of a big deal to bring it up to Rita, but she did not bring it up to Sam, and he definitely feels some type of way about it. And we probably got Sam over here stressing Grandma Rita out. Meanwhile, Krystal's probably back in prison bumping cooters with Brittany. Meanwhile, poor Sam can't even get no action on the phone or through the letters that they be writing to each other. And he's starting to second guess if Krystal is really being faithful to him like she's claiming. So Grandma Rita, even though she was on Krystal's side at first, she's like, you know what? She is asking for a lot. You literally were just there a week ago, and she can be very unreasonable at times. I mean, Grandma Rita knows her best. And then Sam decided to leave, and once he gets in the car, speak of the devil, Krystal called. He answered, and he gave her some sass too. He was like, who is this? And she's like, I don't know. Who is this? Because I don't know who the F you are anymore. She came at him heavy. And he was like, well, I don't know. You haven't talked to me in days, all because I'm working. And she just started steady cussing him out, saying that she didn't want to be with him. She didn't know who he was. He don't give a damn about her because he left her without coming to see her the day of this visit. And she's just being way too freaking extra. Sam must be on the phone with her left and right while he's working, because there's no way I can imagine him getting through a full 24-hour shift without her having to talk to him. Like, if she's acting like this off him not showing up off one visit, then I can't imagine them going 24 full hours without talking to each other while he's working. He's probably sitting there helping a patient with one hand and then sitting on the phone with Krystal in the other. And Krystal pretty much just was starting to make it sound like she didn't want to be with him anymore. I guess we'll see next week what she ends up saying at the end, or if they end up working things out. But what I'm starting to think is maybe Sam is right. Maybe she is messing with a girl in prison, and that's why she hasn't been calling, and she's trying to make excuses in her head on why Sam's this terrible guy, so she doesn't feel bad about no longer talking to him or being a bitch to him. Sam better put his foot down though, because just imagine if it's like this now while she's in prison, how is it gonna be once she finally does get out? That's just what concerns me. And why is she under the name Kaylee in his phone? Did anyone else notice that while he was talking on the phone with her, it said Kaylee? And I'm like, okay, is that her real name? Is he trying to hide her name? Like, I don't know. I just have so many questions. But let me know what you guys think. I just have a feeling that she's playing this dude, and once she gets out, it's going to be like a Brainwin and Chaz situation where she doesn't want to give him no coochie, but she's still going to want the money and financial help, and then she's just going to switch up on him. But that is it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.